What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but today is a special day. This is the first episode of The Cutting Board, and I'm joined by the one and only.
One and only. It's me, Torian. Hello. It's a new show. We're excited. I said it before on a post or LinkedIn. I was like, Game Sandwich is moving in a new direction. And we're excited to see what's going down, what we've got coming up. I'm excited for a lot of things we got coming up. So thanks for hanging out with us today, Kalo.
Of course, it's good to be here. No inclement weather, no big event happening. We had an earthquake the last time you were on a show. There was an eclipse, but that happened a while ago. Knock on wood, again, let's just hope nothing happens now.
Exactly. I think we're going to be fine, unless, Thanos might show up, but we'll hope against it.
Hey, maybe he snaps everyone away, but today, I guess in a way we're talking about a cataclysmic event, but I'm trying to find the proper transition here. We're talking about TV shows and games. Of course, Fallout just dropped a week ago. It is seeing rave reviews across the board.
Yep.
Again, I'm only 4 episodes in. How many are you in, or did you finish the whole thing?
1.5.
1.5. You're brave for just stopping halfway through an episode. I could never do that.
It's a new me, and I'm like, I'll give it a shot. I'm a busy guy. I got halfway through the second one. I was like, I can't stop, but I need to do something else. I gotta go do something, and then I'm gonna finish up during lunch today. So
you're stronger than I'll ever be. So again, I'm just right now 4 episodes in. I want to get your rating on a scale of 1 to 10. What are you giving it? I know this is early for you.
Well, okay, I told you earlier, I'm a Fallout stan.
Mm-hmm.
Huge Fallout fan. First game, Fallout 3. Second game, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4. Beat them all. Playing 76 again, jumped back in. So I might be a little biased. I love the show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fantastic. It's exactly what the game is. It's got the comedy. It's got the humor. It's got the darkness. And it's fun. If I were to say 1.5 in, 1 out of 10. That's backwards. There you go. 8.
8. Okay.
8.
We're in that realm. Yeah. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, only for the fact I'm sitting there and cue the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme. It's just those little sounds the thing makes, the little nods to the games, caps, all that stuff. It's there. It's full of it. But for the sake of not gushing about Fallout too much, because we'll get to this later, I'm going to list off various movies, TV shows that games spawned from, or the reverse of that there. So, Detective Pikachu we got Tomb Raider, Uncharted, Gran Turismo, World of Warcraft. It's called Warcraft for whatever reason. Hey, that's their branding. Rampage, always a surprise one for me. Shout out to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the final boss.
The final boss.
The Super Mario Brothers movie, Sonic 1 and 2. We're going to talk more about that later. Five Nights at Freddy's, always a popular one. We got Borderlands, and now transitioning into TV, we got the Halo series. Kills me. The Witcher, and of course, we just talked about Fallout. So, I want to start with what I think is the kickoff point to this golden age of gaming content we're in. And I want to talk about the Super Mario Brothers movie. What are your thoughts on that, if you ever seen it?
I have seen it. I've seen it multiple times at this point.
There you go.
Solid movie. Absolute golden coin, if I were to say.
There you go. Nice reference.
Love it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how just campy it was. It didn't take itself too seriously. There was a lot of callbacks to the games, including Mario Kart. Unexpected, but very much loved. I would watch it again. It's on my, I think we actually bought it because we liked it so much. So that says anything. I'm not a big... This might sound a bit much. I didn't really enjoy the old games. The 2D slider, platformers. But my favorite game is Super Mario Sunshine. Take that as you will.
There we
But-
go. This is what we need on the channel. I need more people backing me up in these takes. Thank you.
Yeah.
It just
you're
validated everything for me.
Sunshine top notch. I wish we got a Sunshine reference in there. I don't think we did, but we might get some in the future. I know they're working on a sequel, possibly sequel, coming out later, 2026,
Just around.
25. Yep. Solid movie. My only bag about it is Yoshi wasn't in it, and Yoshi's my favorite.
There was a little...
Yeah.
A little spoiler, I guess. Do we spoil movies? I don't know.
Been out a year at this point.
We passed the benchmark. Towards the
Yeah.
end, I guess he's going to be in the second movie. So
Put a spoiler warning. Yeah, he's going to be the second movie. So if it's like an Yoshi's Island sort of take on it, sign me back up. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to watch it no matter what. Absolutely loved it. Everyone did a stellar job voice acting as well. Shout out to what's her Taylor Anna Joy. Great job as Peach. Oh my gosh.
other way around, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy. There you go. See, people with three names, I can't get them right. But yeah, great job as Peach.
So, speaking of that, heading into this movie, I had a little bit of a... I was hesitant, only for the fact I was like, Chris Pratt, Jack Black. I am a big Jack Black fan. But there's always this instance where I'm like, for every banger he puts out, statistically speaking, I'm not saying I believe this, but as much as good things he's done in gaming, there's always room for like one little moment. And as Bowser, I was like, okay, like if I had to trust anybody, I guess at this point, it would be Jack Black. But the one thing was Chris Pratt as well. He memed this so much heading into the movie where he's like, I'm practicing my Mario voice. He's like, hey, it's me, a Mario. And that made me realize people aren't going to sit through a movie. This was like 1.5, 2 hours of Charles Martinet doing the same Yahoo, like that stuff over and over again. And I'm like, okay, it makes sense. Chris Pratt, I'll take you up on it. And wouldn't you know, I think he did a decent job. I have no problem with it.
Chris Pratt's one of those people where you're in a movie and you're like, that's Chris Pratt. Like, is he just playing Chris Pratt or is he playing a character? As Mario, I never was like, that's Chris Pratt. I was like, that's Mario. That's it. Same for Luigi. I was like, and they are the Mario brothers. I'm watching a Mario movie. I'm in it. Nothing took me out of it, even though I knew it was Chris Pratt.
Also, too, I think speaking in the world of just Mario, anything is better than the Super Mario Brothers movie. That is...
Now, hold on.
Uh-oh. Hot take. Should we...
Hot take.
Hot topic. Let's go to hot topic real quick.
Say what you will about the live-action movie. I think it's great.
We're gonna have to unpack this. I can't stand here and say I agree with you.
Okay, it might have been because I was a child.
Okay.
And my child brain didn't know any better. But it was just Mario, and you're like, it's got King Koopa, and Koopa's in it, and it's just ridiculously unserious. I don't know. I thought it was good. Hand on heart, if I watched it today, I'd probably have a different outtake. But I don't know how I want to take that away from my childhood memory bank.
The elevator scene, I'll give you that, where the Koopas are, like, dancing.
Yep.
I dig it, but the nightmare image of them just being gigantic with these little heads, it's a little off-putting.
That will forever live in my nightmare bank. Yeah, I agree.
But speaking about the current Super Mario Brothers movie, there is a rumor they're gonna bring all the IPs together in this Super Smash Brothers style of movie, which I think that's a given whenever you do a Mario movie. It's like, hey, there's always this prospect. I'm a little indifferent about this, and it's only because there is a rumor, or I don't know if this is pretty much confirmed right now. There is going to be a live-action Zelda movie being made. I don't know the whole ins and outs of it right now, but I want to see how they pull, like, a live-action Zelda actor to act alongside, like, a CG Mario. I mean, I grant you, I know they have the technology, but how it translates on screen might be a little weird.
I could see one way, just my head thinking, Super Smash Brothers style. They have, what's it, Master Hand?
Yeah,
Pick up Link as a person, then say, now you just figurine, because that was basically the plot of the first Super Smash Brothers game, right?
essentially.
Your figurines, yeah. It's gonna be weird. I do agree with you. I don't see how they're gonna pull it off because Zelda. I'll be honest. I prefer if they made a animated Zelda movie.
Mm-hmm.
But am I excited for the movie? Eh. Hit or miss. At this point, Nintendo's they only got Mario. I love Zelda. I don't want it to be butchered.
Well, I mean, I have a fix for this, and I wrote it down just so I have somewhat of a basis to read off of. Get your tinfoil hats out. Real quick, Toon Link is right there. You can kind of just say, I know this is super lazy. Like you said, pick them up, drop them into the world of Mario, and be like, hey, like, what happened to my body? Like, I look like the Wind Waker version. He's not going to say that out loud. But, like, I'm Toon Link. There you go. There's a transition. I don't know how that'll work or if people will think that's good, but there's potentially a fix to that.
I think it's a good fix. The benefit of a Zelda world is that there are so many timelines, and you could do whatever. They could have a timeline for live action. That's a timeline for Toon Link.
I also don't want the Zelda world to kind of be like DC, where it's like, yeah, we got this Superman, we got that Superman, we got this one, but this one's not canon. So they got a lot to figure out on that end of the spectrum. But speaking of a movie that has a lot to figure out, the Borderlands movie. The trailer dropped just a month or so ago. It seems like forever. The problem with this movie was the casting. I think from the start, Kevin Hart as Roland is the thing that has stood out amongst fans. And what makes or breaks this movie, and it's much like Fallout, and they did it, how the world translates to live action. Do they capture the dark humor, the gore, just the charm of the world and its characters? That is what this movie depends on.
Yeah, I agree. I'm huge Fallout or Borderlands. While we talk about Fallout, they're both Wastelandy series. So I played Borderlands 1, 2, and 3. Loved them tremendously. Have a special place in my heart. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen the trailer.
Oh, okay.
I kind of wanted to stay away from it.
That's the right move. That's the right move, at least for now, because it was a teaser, trailer-ish type thing. So maybe more comes out. Maybe I'm wrong. I want to be wrong because I love Borderlands. I play it almost every single year, whether it's 1 or 2. It's those things that I see Fallout here existing now. And I'm like, oh, I'm spoiled. I got this, and I'm like, everything else needs to match it. So...
And you're not wrong, because both Borderlands and Fallout have that same... The only thing difference is Borderlands is more cartoony, where Fallout's more realistic. But how are you going to differentiate the two? Because stylized-wise, world-wise, comedy-wise, they're the same, more or less.
It's without a filter. Borderlands is Fallout without a filter. That's all it is.
That's a great way to say it. Also, Borderlands also has Jack Black in it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. It's Jack Black and Tom Holland in these video game movies. I was scrolling the social medias and the Game Sandwich TikTok page. Go check it out. Wow. Didn't even need to plug, but there's a plug for you. We posted something about Jak and Daxter 2. And he said out loud, I want to play Jak in a live-action Jak and Daxter movie. And I'm like, not every movie, I love you, Tom Holland, not every gaming movie or movie in general nowadays needs you. So, who knows?
I get it, yeah. I mean, you're good at Spider-Man, but we'll move on to Uncharted later. I have thoughts about that, but Jak and Daxter's also close to my heart.
We're right there. We're right there. We're the same person, essentially. Now, let's stop being positive. Let's talk about some bad things. And I think you know where I'm going with this. The Halo TV series.
Womp womp.
Literally, you know what? I'm not going to say anything else that is mean. I'm just going to use that as the reference point. This show is the case of the creators of the show taking too many liberties with the core story. You and I both know what I'm about to talk about here, and this is a thing for Halo fans that a lot of people, they are obsessed over. Master Chief removing his helmet. It's at the same time, I want to play both sides of the coin because that's how I like to play it. You pay an actor like Pablo Schreiber to play Master Chief. I think at some point that helmet's coming off because you're like, we paid X amount of money. We're going to show his damn face whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
I think something like that, the context matters in which you do it.
Yes, I do agree. As a hardcore Halo fan, I'm trying to take both sides. I never want to see Master Chief's face in the game.
Yeah.
But now, kind of correct me if I'm wrong. Is it canonical with the show?
Like the plot of the show?
Are the games in the show, are they connected?
No. At least to my knowledge, they're not.
Yeah. So, it's one of those things where if you're watching a show like The Mandalorian, as a viewer, you better connect with someone where you see their face and see their eyes. I understand why the director of Halo was like, we need to show it so you can connect with Master Chief. Otherwise, he is just this powerful voice in a suit of armor. I mean, fans are already going to connect with him, but how do you bring newcomers that are joining in this sci-fi universe to connect? Well, show their face, show their eyes. So I get both sides of the coin. Am I happy about it? The show, give or take, is what it is. At the end of the day, it has fans. But it happened. We can't go back.
I also think like a game like Halo Infinite, it gave Chief a personality. I'm playing through it, finally. Playing the campaign. I was playing the multiplayer. And it gave Chief a little bit of a personality, albeit a small sliver of one where, you know, like you see the relationship between him, Cortana, all that fun stuff. And it's those aspects that gave Chief, like, a personality, somewhat. And the show could have done the same thing. I think something like this, you could easily cut to him looking at himself in the mirror in the bathroom. And, you know, him taking the helmet off, him crying. There you go. I think the concept, too, of him having that relationship with the alien, non-alien woman, I forgot her name, people were upset about that too, but I'm like, the Halo games, his relationship with Cortana was right there the whole time.
Yeah, I do love their relationship because she pulls the best from him, I think. Up until the point where she was gone, whatever game that was. Spoilers, the game's been out for like 15 years. And then, as you said, Infinite, they do pull more of his personality out. But I will have to say, as someone who read the book, the introduction, was it Fall of Reach? The one before, that was the first one where they talked about him. And kind of when you become, you know, a Spartan, you're kind of, your personality is beaten out of you.
Mm-hmm.
You are a soldier. That is all you know. You don't have personality. You are here to hunt down aliens, find artifacts, and that's it.
Yeah. And that's what the show did. I was just going to say, the show did some things right. Like the whole Spartan telling the story of Chief, how he got plucked away from his family. How the other Spartans are finding out slowly that the UNSC is doing shady stuff behind the scenes. That stuff is great in the show. And then for every one of those moments, they're like, bonk, Master Chief takes off his helmet for no reason. Bonk, he has a relationship with this weird alien lady that it doesn't really count for anything. It's just there to kind of get the gamer juices flowing, if you know what I mean. So
yeah.
It's like those things where it's like, like, come on. Like, you were right there. You had me.
So close, but no cigar.
Exactly. Now, we're going to talk about the quality of TV shows a little bit. Let's talk about Fallout. Let's get back into the world here. I'm not going to spoil anything. We're not going to talk about plot. This is more or less the loose thoughts on the show in general. You know, we gave the show high ratings, and I think this show did the right thing. The dark humor. the gore, the creepy tone. I mean, that first scene of the bombs dropping, it was just like the Last of Us show. That introduction, that cold open of the scientist sitting there talking about the whole thing on TV. He's like, oh, this could happen, but I don't think so. And then you see the bombs dropping, the thumb. Oh my gosh. I was like, it makes you think if something like that happens, like, what would you do? But, you know, this is the show. Yeah. This is Fallout.
Yeah. No, I love that they opened before the bombs dropped. I was going into it, I was like, they've got to open and evolve. You've got to set the scene. But no, you set it way before, and it worked. It played out because, as someone who's played the games, you never see the bombs drop. You always... Well, actually, I guess you technically do in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
But you're kind of running at it all when it's happening. But the show, basically, it builds, you know, you get connected with the Ghoul, Walter Goggins' character. Shout out, like, Mayhem like him. He's great. And then you get this scene of the bombs, and my heart sunk. Like, yeah. I was like, holy moly, this is legit happening. Like, you're right, what would you do in the situation? And it painted a great scene of people just living their daily lives. And then you see the aftermath of that 219 something years later, where it's like, okay, I understand the world now.
It slowly creeped up too, because they opened on that birthday party thing, and they were watching the TV, and it's like talking about the war, talking about the potential of the bombs dropping, and then it's like, oh, that'll never happen, turn the TV off. And then it's like the slow build. I thought he was going to get into a fight at the party, and then the whole thing happened. Without getting too much into it, this show has given me somewhat of a confidence boost in the alleged God of War series they're planning. And I am a stan. I have the tattoo right here. I love here, we'll get a nice little, I don't know. Oh,
nice. Yeah.
I have an affinity with that story. I love it beginning to end. And you're wearing the Seth Rollins hat. WrestleMania just happened. I want to ask you, because Kinda Funny Games put this little clip out there that got me thinking, who we casting as Kratos?
Top of head, Jason Momoa.
Ooh, okay.
He has the build, he has the voice. If we want to go, I might.
I have two.
I'm thinking wrestlers now, but I just don't know.
It's right there, man. It's right there. I want to see if I can guide you to it.
Connecting it. I don't know. Seth's. I don't know. I don't know if I'm connecting the dots. Roman?
That was the one on Kinda Funny Games they put out. And after WrestleMania, seeing how good of a shape Roman was in, I was like, hold on. There might be something here. But what if I told you the game Triple H? I think it's right there. I think it's right there. He's old, he's grizzled, he has the beard, everything is right there.
Well, so do we know what the show timeline-wise? Is it old Kratos? Is it young Kratos?
We have no details. This is more or less just kind of going off whatever. I would like to think they're just going to kind of say, hey, here's God of War 2018, like that point onward with flashbacks to like the previous games, but as of right now we know nothing, and people are like, let's just find a bald jack dude and get him on screen for Kratos.
I mean, if the King of Kings wants to do it, sign me up.
He has like the deep voice. He looks like Kratos alone. Roman Reigns too.
I do see it now.
It's right there. It's right there.
I do see it.
I just need to hear him say "boy," and then we'll take it from there.
He's got the chops. You're right.
I just see like the wrestler, and I'm like, all right, he shaved his head already. He's got the beard. He can definitely like work out more. He's big in itself. So I saved the little cherry on top here. Let's talk about Sonic. It is time. It is. Oh, I cannot tell you how excited I am to get into this. I have a list a mile long. Don't even get me started, because, of course, we're talking about Sonic right now because news came out earlier this week. And I just want to say this now before I get a little too far ahead of myself. Or unless you know. Is it confirmed Keanu Reeves has been casted as Shadow? Because I've heard there's a rumor or like it's been confirmed. I just need to know right now.
You know, a quick Google search will tell the news. Because it is 100%, it is confirmed.
All right, confirmed. All right, we're off. Let's go. Let's ride. Thoughts
to the races.
Thoughts on Sonic right now? Like, you've seen 1, 2, and now 3's coming out. What do you think of the whole franchise?
Oh my gosh. I watched 2 the other night, literally like a week ago. Come on, everybody. If you haven't seen Sonic 1 or 2, what are you doing?
We're taking your gamer card. That's it.
Yes,
we don't make the rules.
Go ahead. You gotta go fast, everybody. Run around at the speed of sound. Hop on the Sonic bandwagon for 1 and 2. They are phenomenal. 100%.
I'm just saying this because I know there are other people on this site that love Sonic just as much as we do. Shout out to John. We need Crush 40 in this movie. I think Live and Learn, Escape from the City, Open Your Heart is one that I need in my soul right now.
Yes.
I just think it's there for the taking.
100%. If Sonic 3 is not Sonic Adventure 2 Battle through and through, I think that's a missed opportunity.
That's where it gets weird. Because Sonic 1 was essentially the loose plotline for the first Sonic game, like the 2D scroller. Sonic 2, kind of the same thing. Sonic and Tails, Knuckles was introduced as the villain, then he turned, blah, blah, blah. But now we got Shadow. Now Jim Carrey's in the fat suit, allegedly. And
yeah,
I would like to believe we're going for Sonic Adventure Battle 2. I also have this little theory. Shout out to Matt Pat, all that stuff. I just seen this podcast he was in. It was great. I believe, and I don't know how true this rumor was, the creators for this series want to do an endgame style of culmination. All the characters from Sonic coming together. Now, the reason why I think we skipped Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 1, first game I ever played. It's what got me into this craft. I think our big bad, our Thanos for the Sonic world is going to be Chaos. I think it's right there.
Why wouldn't it be?
Mm-hmm.
A giant monster of liquid doom? I mean, I too played Sonic Adventure 1. It wasn't my first foray. I played the old ones. But Sonic Adventure 1 was the one where like, man, Sonic's cool. This villain is really great. Like, what an absolute interesting way to design a game. I agree. I think it would work. I think... Because if you think about it, we don't know a villain for the third one yet. Yes, Shadow, technically, anti-hero villain. Spoilers again. Game's been out for a long time. But I don't know if Eggman's going to be the villain. I think he had his day. I think he's going to find out, Grandpa was doing some crazy stuff up in space. What was he doing? Ultimate life forms here? Check. What's this liquid blue thing? Interesting.
Post-credit scene. Chaos post-credit scene. Book it now. Come back here. Just know it was said here first.
Wait, lock it down. No, correct me if I'm wrong. Because I always confuse Chaos with the dragon at the end of Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
They're not the same thing.
Not the same thing. That's like... This is so like deep in Sonic lore, but that's the ultimate life form. That's what Shadow was supposed to be, or something along those lines, or that's like V1, Shadow's V2, or whatever. So there's the whole thing. Watch the movie. Better yet, play the games. They're great.
Play the games. Yep.
They're great.
If we get Chaos, I'm all for it. Does that mean, though, we also get Chows? Because bring on the Chows.
The amount of time I spent in the Chow Garden just building my Chows up like Rocky, it was a time. I wish I can go back and just kind of see my playtime on each of these games, but now I see them on Steam, and I still play them. It's fine. It's good. We're not going to talk about how long I play them, but it's there. It's there. Now, I want to ask you, because we got Shadow, we got Eggman in the fat suit. Do you have any predictions for other characters within Sonic that are going to maybe show up in this movie?
Rouge needs to be in it.
There we go.
A shadow of a doubt. She needs to. I believe she will be. Yes, there are rumors and stuff out there that Kristen Ritter is going to be in it. If she's going to be in it, Rouge, the bat. Come on.
Now, I seen, and I don't know how accurate this is, of course, this show is not a tried and true news thing, so just take this. This is more of us just having fun here. I seen a thing online where it's like, you know, when Sonic 2 was kind of in production, that leak of the three of them standing on the rock like they were statues, that leak came out. I seen one with Amy as a potential addition to the roster. Now, I don't know how true that is, but in the grand scheme, this makes sense too. If we're going Sonic Adventure Battle 2, it's right there.
Yeah. Bring on Pink Hedgehog. Yeah. I'm blanking on lore from Sonic Adventure 2. It's in my memory banks, but it's been a while since I played it. I played it on the Dreamcast, kids. Okay? So...
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
But if you get... I would like Amy. I would like her teaming up with Tails. Tails and her kind of have the same similar levels, if I remember correctly. So we get her... She the car races. Exactly.
Tails had a car race level.
That's true.
Amy was just like there to annoy Sonic and be like, I'm your girlfriend, like notice me. And there was one scene in Sonic Adventure 2 where he just shut her down. And like playing this game as an adult, I'm like they didn't have to cook her like that. Come on, like let's have a little, decency here.
Yeah, I like Amy. If she's going to be in it, is Kristen Ritter playing her? Again, that's a rumor. We don't know. We can have like a rumor button with some confetti that goes on. We're talking Rumor Street. But is it the Avengers level of Sonic? Do we get Rouge? Do we get Amy? Heck, do we get Big the Cat?
Stop looking at my notes. That was my last one. I was just saying, you know what? Just to throw like people like us a bone, bro, just throw Big the Cat in the movie. He can show up on screen in the background for like 2 seconds for all I care. Like,
that's what he was in the game.
Yeah.
Him and Froggy hanging out.
Also, too, now I'm looking at it, now I'm kind of like writing the Avengers Endgame movie. He's technically the reason why Chaos got to be so big, because he let Froggy eat the thing, and then it's a whole... people are probably watching this are like, what is this guy talking about?
What is happening?
Yeah, but like, that plays into the whole Chaos thing. So yeah, Big the Cat, throw him in there, do whatever you want. Also, too, a weird one-off, I think, could be a thing here. Silver. He's pretty big. Oh. That was like post whenever I was like really deep into Sonic. But, and we don't talk about Sonic 04? 06?
Yes.
06. 06 sounds about right. So yeah, we don't talk about that game. Or anything, honestly, following it. But, Silver. Silver for Sonic 3. Let's just do it.
I mean, why not? We're throwing Avengers level threat in there with Shadow and potential Chaos. And now let's not to mention Gun.
Yeah.
Bad. If there's a villain in this movie, it's going to be Gun. And I think they're going to be that villain that's, hey, we're the villain. Oh, shoot, we're not actually the villain. There's something worse, like Chaos.
I think that's where Shadow comes in as well, where they're going to be like, hey, we control him. Of course, the rumor is Eggman recruits Shadow. That's how they do the whole thing. But I see Gun pulling the strings here. Also, too, I heard rumors that the trailer or that little bit that was shown at CinemaCon, I think a week or so ago, had Shadow on his motorbike. When I tell you, are we going to see Shadow wielding a pistol in this movie? Because Shadow the Hedgehog is a game. It's a fever dream in the Sonic world. But there it is.
Not a bad game. I'll be honest. Hot take.
It had the devil in it, too. I think that's worth noting.
Legitimately did, yes.
Which is still wild to me. See, this is where Sonic goes off the rails, but this is why we love it, too.
off the rails. Was that a Sonic reference because he skates on rails?
Hey, that better be in this movie too. Also, too, the Knuckles show is coming out, I think, in a week or so here now.
Sometime. I mean, we date the video, but yeah, I'm going to watch it because Knuckles is great. Idris Elba, shout out. Again, if you haven't seen Sonic 1 and 2, the movies, well, what are you doing?
So
pause this video, go watch it, come back.
Exactly. Now, we're going to end on this note here. I want to get your take on any games currently that you think deserve the silver screen or home screen treatment. Are there any adaptations you want to see? Because I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. Oh, 5. And this is just one to appease the gaming people out there.
Okay. That's a hot question to throw me out. The first one I would think of is Elder Scrolls. But I don't think it's not an easy world to get.
I think Todd Howard said they aren't doing that.
Yeah.
But, like, I can see it. But also, too, Game of Thrones exists. And I'm like, how much can you get away with without saying this is a copycat show or whatever? But you can. I think it works. I bought Skyrim 4 times, so I can't talk on this matter.
Me too.
There we go. I don't feel as bad.
If they were to release it once more, it's a TV show. Skyrim, the TV show. Done. That's it.
I'm sold. I'm right there. Now, I have one. Red Dead Redemption. That tops my list of things I need in my life. Which shows like 19 or 1841. I always get the dates confused. It's that weird Paramount Plus show. It works. People love cowboy shows. I love them. I think the ghoul in Fallout is a prime example of a badass character. And Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 has the best storytelling. I mean, I was playing this game, and much like I say with PlayStation games, those are movies. That felt like a movie. Red Dead Redemption 2, oh my gosh. I've never cried in games. But that ending, not going to spoil it, because I like people to experience that. It's good. Trust me.
I've never played it, so I can't say anything to it. But as a fellow gamer who enjoys video games, I'll take your word for it.
Play 2, then 1. Just putting it out there. It doesn't add up, but trust the process here. Another one I got. Mass Effect. How amazing of a franchise is that? Where 1, 2, and 3, and let's throw in Andromeda, because I still think there's a good story there. It just works. You have so many stories, so many characters, so many things you could do there. And I think with AI being popular in technology, why not? Why not do a sci-fi show here? Also, too, let's just replace Halo. Just give me a good Halo show. I'm sorry.
Again,
I had to do it.
No. I mean, we just pull the ripcord on that on Halo, and we just reset it, right? Why not? I could get behind a Mass Effect series. I played 1 and 2, stopped after that. It's a game that's close to my best friend. As I watched him play it for hours. No longer with us, but it has a special place in my heart, and I will always think of him when I think of Mass Effect. So bring on the show. Can we also get a Dragon Age show?
Ooh, okay. I see that. I see the vision. Like, it's those things where you, like, play various games, and you're like, yeah, show, movie. You can tell the difference there. Now, quick two that I want to talk about. We can go for days about this, but I think we're better suited just kind of talking real quick. Can we get a darker story, like Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, into a show? I personally think it would work. Detective Pikachu is the reference point here, because while that's not like the anime where it's all bright, happy, whatever, there's some dark tones, there's some dark things about that, and I think it would translate well here. Like, who wouldn't want to see a, like, horror-ish type thing with Shadow Lugia? I mean, I know this is very outlandish. The Pokemon Company and Nintendo would probably never do this, but I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean, give me like a horror story with Ghastly Haunter and Gengar. And that's where my mind goes. That's just what I want. I don't know.
The little text in red and blue that you read about these Pokemon, it's dark stuff. It's very dark stuff.
There's literally, I forget which gen it is, but it's one that literally, does it eat children? Something or other? I don't know. It's
Something like
crazy
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Drifloon, I think, takes children while they sleep or something.
Hmm.
Wild. Another one I have, and it's kind of iffy, an Assassin's Creed show where each season is a different assassin with the overarching theme of the human being in the animus.
Yes. Why not? Why haven't we done that? I haven't seen the movie. Um, I'm sure it was okay. Some people probably really liked it. Uh, little hand wiggle. I think that's a good idea. With what they're doing with Assassin's Creed and the next game they're doing, where you can play all of the games within it, that screams TV series. That's you've got so many Desmond, Ezio, Altair. What was the guy from Black Flag? All of them. There's so many worlds you can do.
I also just think, like, with a show like Shogun coming out, all my friends are talking about it. They're like, watch it, watch it. I can just see if you throw the Assassin's logo on one of those characters, you're cooking. You're cooking. The formula works. It's right there. So, and then I know there's going to be indifference about this. How long is it until we get something related to Fortnite? Give or take the over and under. I just, as much as I don't want it to happen, I think it's there. I think they're doing it. There is Fortnite lore. It's a popular game. I'm just accepting what the future of gaming. That's all I'm doing.
At this point, it is inevitable. Is it not? It's the one of the biggest games, if not biggest games of all time. Everyone's played it or knows somebody who's played it. You can get it on your phone. You can get it anywhere. Why not take advantage of it? I'm sure there's Fortnite lore. I played it. I don't know if there's lore. But right for the pickings, right?
I just think like
Set
an
it in
animated
that.
series. Animated series. You're there. Boom.
Done. You don't have to, I mean, you could do so much with it.
I also don't know how this would translate, but if they're able to get IPs like Star Wars, like this and that, I mean, you're at Ready Player One status with like the Iron Giant being in the movie. You're right there. Like, there's so much you can just unpack.
If they make it Ready Player One, like the book, not the movie, then yes, I'm on board.
I like the movie. Call me crazy. I don't know. But if you have a hot take on that, I'll respect it.
I like snippets of the movie, but I love the book. But if you make a Fortnite like that, yeah, it works because they did it in the movie, and that whole final battle scene was absolutely amazing.
Legendary stuff. But with all that being said, I think we're in a golden age for gaming, movies, TV shows, and I think that's all akin to like the people behind the scenes actually being invested. Also, I forgot to mention The Witcher. Just want to throw that in.
Oh.
Who knows what happens after Cavill left, but you know, we'll talk about that another day because we've been rambling. But yeah, this is a golden age. I enjoy it. Enjoy all the content coming out. It's some great stuff. If you haven't already, go check out Fallout. And also, you know, let's plug our own content here. If you like what you've seen here today, go check out more videos on the Game Sandwich YouTube channel and all of our various social media channels. And if you want to talk to us about our love for Sonic Adventure, Jak and Daxter, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, specifically, join our Discord. We got conversations going every single day, every single hour of the day. Just join us. Come on, join the cult.
It's a free. I mean, we're handing out free content, so you don't have to pay to get in. We just love to build a community of like-minded people who love games, who love talking about games and their stories and the people who make and play them.
That about does it for this episode of The Cutting Board, the first ever one of many. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.